So last week, your girl decided to do something that, well, I haven't done in a while. I'm talking about a real deal road trip. Just getting in the car and vibing. That is exactly what I did with my girl Nicole and headed over to the other side of the Evergreen State into the City of Spokane, which, by the way, is 280 miles from downtown Seattle. So basically a 4.5-hour drive. Along the way, I was reminded what a beautiful state we live in. The tall mountains and mighty rivers. At one point, I had to stop and soak in all the vantage points. Onward across the vast expanses of eastern Washington and finally into Spokane, the second biggest city in Washington state and a place that I have enjoyed coming to over the years. After all those hours on the road, your girl was more than ready to check in at her super comfy Davenport Grand Hotel for a quick nap, record some radio shows, and then it was to the Terrain Art Festival. Now, more about the Terrain Arts Festival later on in the show, but just know it was super dope and very well might be one of the biggest one-day art pop-ups in this whole part of the country. Trust and believe when I tell you that my girl Ginger Ewing and her team at Terrain put on for their city. The next morning, I headed over to East Central Spokane, the legacy Black neighborhood that was at one point the epicenter of Black life and culture in Spokane. But just like so many other Black communities across America over the decades, now finds itself below means and struggling for the basics of housing and food security. However, despite the blows, hope remains and shines bright in East Central, as evident in the This Is East Central community-wide storytelling mural that adorned the side of the Carl Maxey Center. Unveiled last month, a love letter to the neighborhood is how Gender describes it. Terrain partnered with nearly 20 other organizations to bring the beautiful artwork to life. The mural honors beloved Spokane community members, both the present day and past. I was humbled to see the image of Sandy Williams, who was a media giant and publisher of The Black Lens, who left us far too soon last year. But I was also inspired and overjoyed to see so many people I personally know in Spokane on the mural who are working every day to uplift the community. This mural really does give people their flowers. Before hitting the road back to Seattle, I stopped downtown at Riverfront Park. This is one of my favorite places in the city because, well, a river runs through it and there is always a lot going on here. Heading back home westbound to Seattle, this was a quick but fulfilling road trip to Spokane. And seeing Washington from ground level, you begin to realize how much our state has to offer, do and see. And best believe, I'm here for all of it.